pledge allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hold on, we're missing 3 people.
We're missing a bunch of people.
Yeah. No wonder he said I had to show up. We do a roll call.
Roll call.
Darlene Eisenhart,
Here.
Richard Goris, Joe LaFiandra, Eric Ackerley? No,
Merrick.
Eric Merrick. I'll get that yet. And the other 3 are excused, I guess. I don't see New Paltz Rescue Squad here, so.
No, but first up is Rika.
Yeah.
Our conceptual.
Oh, okay.
Should I do that or?
Oh, yeah.
We want to hear about your project.
Great,
So.
okay.
And you can move if you want. If you can move that, you can put it over here so it's closer. Because my eyes aren't so good.
At least it's a full-size drawing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, maybe I have the thing up here. Okay. So, my name is Rika. I'm a licensed architect and also a developer in this case. And we are currently under contract to purchase this 18-acre lot located on Fosler and Carter Road. So our proposal is a 15-unit. Go ahead.
You said Ventura and Cotter?
Fossler and Cotter.
Fossil and Cotter.
Cockler's old property.
Oh, okay. Well, we're familiar with that. I'm familiar with it. They
I was
are.
on the
but-
board back then, that goes to show you how long ago it was.
Were
Yeah.
you here for the townhouse project?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was back in 2014, maybe 5 years before that as well.
Yeah.
It's a long process.
That project actually got an approval, didn't it, Mike?
It did.
Excuse me?
That project got an approval,
Yeah,
but it
it
never went anywhere.
I didn't have the money. They ran out of money after the town got done.
Of course they did. It's like planning all
I actually read through all the meeting minutes from that approval process. Long.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But anyway, so we are actually under contract right now to purchase this lot. And our proposal is to create a 15-unit nature-based resort. And it's in a zoning district of RR 1.5, which is, to develop a resort, we need a special use permit. So most of this 18 acres is forested wetlands. So all of this is wetlands. And the buildable area is about 4.5 acres. And that naturally limits our footprint to this area. From the previously approved townhouse project, there's some site improvements already. So there's a gravel driveway right here.
Mm-hmm.
There is 2 wells that's been drilled already. And then there's a partial clearing in this area. So our resort project, we are proposing total 15 units. There's one building right here with 9 guest rooms, and then 6 detached cabins over here, and then 1 central clubhouse that's meant to house a cafe and an indoor playground for kids. We are meaning that this is for like families with young children. And on the outdoors, we're proposing like a mix of active and passive recreational areas. So there will be like a nature-based playground outside. There's a pool. There is a fire pit, some hiking paths, hammocks, and just a lot of relaxing sitting areas. And some seasonal activities as well. And we imagine that this is all integrated in the landscape. So, and we envision this project to be like a quiet, nature-based resort designed for families with young kids from like age 0 to 10. And it's meant to be a place where people can come, slow down, relax. Kids are engaged in play and exploration, and parents can just like relax, sit back, relax in a beautiful landscape. So my team is just myself and my husband. We are both architects. We really care about design and not just how it looks, but how it feels. The experience of it, and how it performs over time, because we will be the operators of this resort. We also care about like how it fits in the community, and of course, we want to have like a positive impact to the local community. So we imagine that we'll be like working with local farms, nearby farms, restaurants, and encouraging guests to go visit them. So that's the project.
Can you put that up there?
So, a question for you,
Yeah.
is this a year-round, is this just
Year-round.
seasonal? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So these are basically like small houses. So you have a bedroom, 1 to 2 bedrooms, bathroom, and a kitchen. A
Are they
kitchenette.
fixed or are they movable?
Fixed
They're
to
gonna be
foundation.
fixed to the foundation.
All of these buildings.
Oh, you're thinking of the last project? up
Yes.
on-
It's not gonna be like a, like a something you carry in with
Right.
tires. It will be fixed. It's more like a small house.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Do you have a similar project in the Poconos?
we do. Yeah, we just built an A-frame house that you see in the presentation. That's a small retreat. We were the owner, architect, GC, and now the operator of that project. And it's doing really well.
Is it? Yeah.
People love it. It's a pure retreat. It's very quiet, and people come there to relax, unwind in the woods. Yeah.
That's good, because that's kind of quiet over there. There's not a, down the road, that's where the mobile home park is on the other side of that, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Just past it on the left.
On the left, yeah, so there's not a lot there.
And you have to
And
drive
woods.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
The driveway is quite deep into the site, so there's a lot of privacy distance away from other neighboring properties.
Since you studied the last, how many units were approved for last time?
15.
15.
That's what I thought.
15, and there were 2 bedrooms each, so they were approved for 30 bedroom worth of separate
Right,
areas.
okay.
How close is this to other neighbors?
So this distance. So this is 257 feet to this property line, but their house or this building is way over here.
Okay. Because I'm just thinking like noise with children and, you know.
Yeah, I think the active area with noise is really the central clubhouse and the playground.
And you don't have any
And
residents
then,
Yeah.
and it's so deep from, deep
Right
from
from
the
the
property
road.
line that I don't think you'll hear any noise from the street at least.
Yeah, and there's apartment houses over there, there's the place that
Yeah,
used to be the
Foster.
resort on the corner,
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
apartments now too.
that's all
It's
apartments
all apartments
now.
around this area.
It's a lot of apartment though, there's not many single-family homes in that area.
There is a
Yeah,
single
there's-
family house. And I
Yeah, on
think
Fosler. I mean, on
I
Cotter.
think it's this one.
Yep.
Yeah, if you go down Cotter Road, there is, yeah.
There's a mobile home park here.
Then you got Sal,
Oh, but you have
what's his
trees
name
and stuff
still?
through there.
Yeah.
so that
Across the
there's
street.
buffer
That's across the
line.
street.
On the right there.
Right, that borders
Sal
trainers,
Rossi, when he built
I live on
Right.
Cotter Road,
yeah.
So it would all be buffered
Oh,
by the
okay.
trees.
so I'm very familiar with the area.
Okay. What do I think? I don't think it's a bad idea at all.
No, I like it.
I like it.
Did
I like
you
it.
get a copy of Pat's comments
I
too?
did, yeah. And those are all technical requirements that we, of course, intend to comply.
Yeah, we'll go over them tonight with you, just so we know what you have, what you don't have.
And right now, this is still a conceptual meeting, so I came with a plan and some images.
Right.
But of course, I'll go through a whole civil engineering process.
How big is this or small, how does this compare to the one you have in the Poconos?
Poconos is very small.
Oh,
It's
is it?
about 2,000 square feet
Okay.
total, just one house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was like a, practice round for something bigger. Like
Bigger.
this project.
Yeah, I don't think
And we feel very comfortable with the design process and operation of it.
Yeah. I heard that the clubhouse and perhaps the multi-unit the dwelling portion of it will require sprinklers.
Yes.
And that's going to basically require storage for the water, for the sprinklers. So it's just something that you would want to keep in mind with your business plan.
Yeah, there's plenty of water over there.
We would have to have some, water on site for that.
Yeah, and that's one of Pat's comments too, is that it'll need Department of Health approval, so.
You can only have a building like that up to 4 units before you put sprinklers in.
I think, this building for sure needs sprinklers.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, the little individuals will not, or
Yeah, because
No.
basically just,
You put a water storage unit and you put a fire hydrant with it.
there you go. table. let's
Works for
go.
me.
Any questions or anything
No.
else? And-
No, works for me. You got
We're
homework to
gonna go
do.
over Pat's comments and we'll go from there. 'Cause you do have homework. There's like 14.
Yeah, you need to go over his comments and then come back with
Come back
responses
with
to
that,
them.
yeah. But do you think, so I'm, right now I'm under contract to the project
Yeah.
slot, and do you think, if, assuming that we satisfy all these comments, technical comments about the site, do you think there's a realistic pathway to getting this project approved by the planning board?
You wanna know if you should spend your money and go forward.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Like thought on that.
In my personal opinion, I say yes.
Yes, okay, great, sounds good. That's why I came here to
That's
ask.
part of the question I was asking about the noise level and how close to other houses, because you're gonna at some point have to have a public hearing, and these will be the questions that your neighbors will be asking, so.
In fact, like I drew this plan, but I'm now thinking we should reorient some of the buildings this way a little bit, so that our project is really facing that way, that direction, away from the street, away from this neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah. So-
Because I know that's a complaint with a lot of the residences, the noise, like if it's a campground or,
Yeah.
a resort, so. Try to minimize the complaints as much as
Yes.
possible for you.
For sure. All right.
You're welcome.
Go over the comments with her, or you?
No, we'll go over the comments after we'll have her back when she addresses all that stuff and have
Okay.
Pat, she'll come to a meeting when Pat's here.
Okay.
Oh,
You both rescue? Not here.
they're not here yet. I have a feeling they weren't gonna show up. It's all right. Orin, your turn.
I sent in map and the easements. Waiting on the DEC, Newburgh.
Oh, hold on, I don't mean to interrupt you. How long, we sent that stuff to town of Newburgh, how long ago?
Oh, it had to be like 2 months ago.
Yeah, they got 30 days to respond. If they don't respond, it's too bad. So,
No response is a response.
no response is the response after 30 days, so.
It was definitely over 30 days ago.
So, okay, now you're still waiting on DEC though?
Yeah, waiting on DEC.
Of course you are.
You got Pat's comments also from
Yes.
today?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go over those.
And
Come on
I
up,
did
let's go
send
over
the
them.
Hey, you can sit up here,
easement
Ellen.
stuff to the attorney, so he has that stuff,
For the right of ways?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's good. So what else?
He wanted to see the,
Say DEC permit for construction activities within the adjacent areas required. You waiting on that?
yeah.
Okay.
I asked, I said, do you have some kind of time frame? And they said, it's under review, we will let you know.
Yeah, and you don't wanna.
So I said, thank you.
That's exactly. That's the best thing you can do because
Yeah.
they're not the agency you wanna push.
Yeah.
You be courteous and say, okay.
Thank you very much.
And easements and
Oh, there you
legal
are.
agreements.
Yeah, they're all in. Unsigned, because they need to be reviewed first, is my understanding.
Just
But I did the only basically you got the private drive access.
we're reading in 2 and 4.
The only potential contentious one is the one with my neighbor, but they've had their attorney review it, we're all good, they'll sign it.
So we're still waiting on 2 and 4 then.
Yep, and then number 5, security for the construction improvements to the private roadway should be required. Applicant representative is requested to prepare a cost estimate detailing the improvements for the private roadway.
Yeah, John said that he thought it's probably 50 or 60,000, and it was something like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, usually that's what those kind of things,
He was just gonna kind of base it on other past projects and get a number together.
yeah.
2, 4, and 5 is what
2,
we're
4, and
looking
5, yeah. Yeah, and you draw up an agreement for, where'd he go? So that has to
Sitting in
be,
the back there, yeah.
right, that has to be handled by the town board though. So we're still waiting on all that? All right. So.
You still have homework.
You still have homework. There's nothing we can really do for you at this point. I mean, because some of this stuff is kind of significant, like the DEC and stuff. You know, everybody wants to come in and get a contingent final approval. With these three things, that kind is not gonna happen. Can't do that right now. So, and DEC doesn't give you any kind of, just like the health department. They don't wanna do anything to do that, so.
So I'm assuming that 4 is gonna come in probably before the DEC, although I don't know how fast it goes through the
Yeah,
town.
probably. The lawyer's doing that, right? He's working on that now?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, I mean, it's been submitted to,
Oh, and our attorney's reviewing it, so
Right.
that shouldn't take long.
right.
5,
I mean, John needs to put a number on paper.
yeah, you need to put it on the paper, sign it, and get that to us.
Yep.
Okay, and then you need DEC to
So we're gonna whittle it down to
Which
one.
goes to the town board, Rick?
security for the construction improvements to the private roadway should be required. That's something the town board has to handle. But that's road stuff is handled by the town board. So, when he gets that letter together from, and it says it's got $50,000 on it, that's gotta go to, you can bring it here, but Liz has to give that to the town board and they have to review it.
So
So-
5 is waiting on John and town board.
Yeah, John has to get that done,
Okay.
get it
And
to
then-
Liz so she can get it to the town board and the town board reviews it and says, yes, you're good, so.
So that means 2 is probably the last pin to fall.
We never know, Orin.
Wow.
You never
I-
know.
I have a
It could be a
hunch.
miracle.
Yeah, it could be a miracle. They've had it for probably, I don't know, 6 weeks, and I think it's
Oh,
probably
yeah,
60
well, you're gonna
days,
be
90
2 to 3
days.
months,
Yeah.
so.
So is there a way to obtain the contingent final prior to 2?
As long as you got as long as you got the other 4, yeah, that's fine.
I'd say if once 4 and 5 are done, then I don't.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know, two is with the adjacent area. That's the buffer zone. They changed names now? That's the buffer area. So, and what are you supposed to be doing in that what they call the adjacent area? Is that for the road or?
There's an existing driveway, 700 feet long. We're gonna flatten it out.
Oh, so you
Add
just-
ditches on either side.
Oh,
And they said, yeah, and we want to count the surface of the road, which is more than the improvements, as part of the disturbance. So now we first applied for a disturbance in the adjacent zone, and they said, no, you're disturbing too much because we're gonna count the road surface. It's
the
there.
road surface is already there.
Yes,
So all you're really disturbing is the drainage along the road.
exactly.
Yeah, they're getting a little tough these days. So I guess they're gonna have to show up and we'll see what happens.
Right.
At least disturbance wise, anyway.
So then, like I said, I think that'll be the last one.
Yeah.
So 4 and 5, 4 is in, and that's then waiting on
Yeah.
the attorney, and 5, I just gotta nudge John.
Yes,
So
because
then,
it still has to come here and then
yeah.
the
So
town
then,
board has to review it, so
And
you're
I-
probably looking 30 days there.
so can I get on the next meeting and hoping these closed out?
May?
Yeah, you can get on the agenda.
May or
We may not be able to help you out, but I get it, so yeah. We got room on the next agenda, right?
I would say wait till.
The 28th.
We've got
No,
a public hearing.
He's
Wait.
saying like May.
You did the public hearing, right?
I did.
Yeah, he didn't.
No, on the 28th, we had 3 public hearings, I believe.
Yeah, I would say wait till the first
Wait till
meeting
the
in May.
following, wait till a month, 30 days from now.
Okay.
The first meeting in May, you should.
That'll give you time to get
definitely have
this 4 and 5 together and
done
get it to the town and bring it, so.
So,
Alright.
May 12th.
May 12th.
May 12th. Okay. Yeah, there's no point you coming here. I don't think anything's gonna happen.
Okay.
All right,
That's it.
you got it.
Thank you. Have a good
Have a
night.
good night.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Take care over.
your turn, Mike. Yeah, update time.
All right.
But this had this public hearing, right? That's all set.
We
Yes.
have conditional final approval.
Yep.
So,
Oh, yeah, we have to grant you an extension. before you leave, so.
I'll kind of tell you
All of these guys.
what we've been doing since we've been gone, which is a while.
Yes.
I might actually go through Pat's last comment letter because it'll actually serve as a guideline
Okay.
for me to respond to what's happened since then. So, number one is regarding SHPO and what we've done with them. So, interestingly enough, I read this incorrectly the first time I read it. We have a no effect finding letter dated November 30th, 2023 from SHPO. You guys should have it. If you don't, I'll forward it to you.
Yeah, forward one, just to make sure.
But in that letter, SHPO is saying that we need to prepare a construction protection plan for the stone wall on the cemetery. They are actually putting that delegation of review in the town's hands as long as I show a construction protection plan. Now, not realizing that until I reread this before I came to the meeting today, I actually resubmitted the SHPO anyways.
Okay.
So today I uploaded that plan. It's got a construction protection plan. I think I confused the reviewer because they actually closed the project on their side.
Oh,
You follow what I'm saying? Like it's closed, it's final. I had her reopen it and I re-uploaded my plans. This is what it consists of. It's just showing an orange construction fence between the proposed retaining wall and the existing stone wall. That would be adequate and is typically the procedure on how to deal with construction protection with SHPO.
Okay, did they want anything like maybe you making sure the stone wall's not affected in the future? Like,
It wouldn't be, for two reasons. We're gonna have our retaining wall in front of it,
okay,
which is actually gonna serve itself as protection to the stone wall. But I think during construction, they were looking for some kind of demarcation. You
Right,
follow what I'm
okay.
saying? And an orange construction fence usually does that trick. Either way, I uploaded it, even though I didn't have to. So when I get a response from them, hopefully they'll review it, even though they've closed it. I'll provide that response to
Okay.
the town. So that's going through the first comment. So I am done with county DPW and the DOT. I forwarded those emails.
okay,
The DOT is deferring to the DPW to issue the permit because the permit's actually, the driveway's actually on a county road.
right, okay.
But they're satisfied with where we placed it, the site distance, everything to do with that. I have been emailing Adam Dietz a lot, and I am not getting the final permit from him, even though I have emails that say, we're done. So hopefully I'll get something from him. And I've been having trouble with all the county departments and the DOT with this. Been having trouble getting correspondence, especially the DOH. So that's where we are with DPW and the DOT. So that takes care of number 2 and number 4. We did receive an email recently from the town highway superintendent who noted that the entrance off of Huckleberry, he's fine with it, has no exceptions. So we've dealt with that. Ulster County Health Department, we thought the well in the beginning was up here. Okay, turns out the well is right here in the middle of the proposed parking lot. So it took us, it's okay, it's not that big a deal. See the look on it. So
I was thinking the same thing.
I know.
that's why I'm an engineer. We gotta figure these things out and provide solutions, right? So, but it took us a while to hunt around. We had to hire a local well guy. He went out there, he dug around, he found the well. So we found it. We're actually picking up water testing vials from the lab on Friday. Next week or the week after, whenever the well guy is available, we've got to flush the well.
Yeah, it's been sitting for a while.
Got to flush that well. It took, you know how long it took us to get power back into this site? It took us like 3 months to get power back into that site.
Wow.
I don't know why, but it did. I left that to the owner, so I wasn't involved with it. But so we'll pick up the bottles. We should be able to test for the water because DOH is asking us to do water quality testing, which is traditional.
Okay.
We'll design a water treatment system based on those results. But just to give you an idea, if I pick up the bottles on Friday, we do test next week at some point. I drop off the bottles to the lab. It's 4 to 6 weeks just to get the results back from the lab.
Okay.
Then I'm like another 8 to 10 weeks to finish a design, to then submit to the health department, and there is no timetable apparently with the health.
Oh, no. The
So-
Ulster County Health Department is
You're
slower
gonna-
than you know what.
You're gonna see me tonight, and I'm just letting you know, I don't know you're gonna see me again because of these situations. So I
Okay.
don't want you to think that,
Well, as long as you explain it, we know what's
Yeah.
going on, because I was kind of getting worried here.
So how long are, we gotta finish all this too, but how long are you,
I would anticipate the health department alone,
6 months.
6 to 9 months.
so an extension would be a
I
year?
would ask
We
for
should
at least-
probably give him,
A
because he's
year?
entitled to a year's extension, usually in 2 6-month groups. So we can just defer that and make it a 1-year extension.
I would appreciate it, just because I mean, I can give you
Yeah, that's
email
fine, Mike.
correspondence. I send an email to the health department, and I follow up, and I follow up, and I follow up, and I call.
Who are you talking to up there?
I'm dealing with Scott Benson. And I tried Tim. And I call up Tim, and I'm like, hey, and he's like, hey, man, my guys are doing what they can do. And this is what I get.
Have you heard
So-
back from our attorney yet?
Not yet, waiting for
Still
that.
haven't heard back
Yeah.
from him, okay.
What's he reviewing?
The offer of dedication, because we're dedicating the Wakabayashi Turnpike, because right now,
Oh, to the town.
our property goes right up to the center line of the road. It's old school.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
So I'm very diligent. I'm making efforts. It's just difficult dealing with outside agencies, and this is not just this project. I got to tell you, it's a lot of my projects.
Yeah.
And the
Especially in this
DEC,
county.
the DEC is brutal.
Oh, yeah, I heard that one.
Health department up here, it's not much better.
Yeah, and they want people to build businesses here.
Yeah.
They want the tax revenue, but then they make it so hard for you to do it.
So, anyways, that's what I can tell the board. I mean, we're as close as we've ever been, and yet
Good.
still a little bit far away. So it's the outside
Well,
agencies.
you're making progress.
Yeah, no, I mean,
And we know where you're at, because I was kind of wondering where.
We'll get through it. I'm not worried about that. And just so you're aware, the well being in the parking lot, what we'll do is, and I've already got that worked out with the health department, you just build a vault. So we basically put like a half of a sewer manhole cover on top of it with a steel grate. We put drainage underneath it so that
Okay.
no water accumulates.
So, wait, what
It's
is, yeah,
H20 load rated, so traffic can get in and out, trucks, cars, no matter what.
okay,
And that's I've done that many times.
okay.
So we have a solution, and when we do the water quality testing, we'll see how good the water quality comes back. If it's possible, I'll give this guy a UV disinfection system so the approval goes faster, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, okay. Okay,
Any other questions for me in the meantime?
no, that's all we need.
All right. Thank you for your time tonight. Thanks for having me, and thanks for your consideration of the
No,
extension.
not a problem.
Absolutely. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so what do we have to do for that? extension?
I'll make a motion, we grant a 1-year extension to the Newburgh Fuels, project.
Second it?
On the vote?
Aye.
Okay. Now, before we go too far, I know you're probably gonna get kicked back, Liz, with this. I'll explain it to you, because you've gotta get these people in here. I was hoping they would be here. We need 7 copies of this. I don't care what they say, what they do, they don't seem to be very friendly. But they need to put a signature line on here for Ernie to sign it,
I
and then have
believe I have a PDF of
yeah,
that.
they need to do that. You can keep that copy, but they need to come in with 7 copies with it, with the revisions
I
on
also need to show.
it. I don't know if we need to see them. I prefer not to see them. They just need to get us these copies and we're going to sign them in the fall of the day. But they don't seem very friendly.
Liz, what is this discussion of LLC entity disclosure proposal?
Take it away, Joe.
Oh,
All right.
there we go.
Well, in my former life as a civil servant, I had some difficulties sometimes finding out who's responsible for payment or maintenance of certain things.
Oh, okay, drainage districts.
Well, yeah,
And things, okay.
specifically, I would assess impact fees for various site plans and subdivisions I
Okay.
would review. And then sometimes we had difficulty getting the money because the applicant was an LLC and we couldn't find the actual person behind the LLC.
Oh,
So that was a problem for us. The other problem, and I remember this specifically, we had a private sewer extension that served a townhouse development, condominiums, and there was an overflow. And so the health department looked up the owner who was responsible for the private sewer, and it was the lawyer. It was the name. The lawyer was the name on the form, the SAM 5 form. So I wound up having to send one of our line crews out there to flush the line and clean it out for the benefit of the private owner. I don't know if anybody went back and followed up, trying to basically back charge them for our
Yeah, right.
labor.
Yeah,
But-
because you were working on private property.
That's correct.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
when I would review the site plans, one of the municipalities I dealt with, Town of Orangetown, had a pretty comprehensive entity disclosure form, and apparently it's also associated to a town law. So I did my looking things up.
Okay.
They're very similar. Town of Orangetown is very similar to us because they are basically working class, mostly residential, some
Okay.
business districts, but it's next to a town which has a lot of development, town of Ramapo, and all
Okay.
their villages. So that kind of thing I see from what I've seen some of the site plans here and who owns land here, that a lot of the same players that I dealt with in Rockland are as well here in Plattekill. So I thought it would be beneficial for us to have more transparency as to who's behind some of these projects. And I just wanted to basically to look at this.
Do you have copies of these?
Yeah, these were emailed to everyone.
Okay.
So they should be the attachment
Really?
to the email. I sent an email to Liz and then she forwarded it.
How
to
long
me.
ago,
I
Joe?
forwarded it.
About a week or two.
It was just like 30 pages, so I didn't.
Yeah, I'll find it. It's in my email. I'm sure.
Three
Can I
pages on my
see
phone.
Yeah, actually, if you want these to look at. So I just want the board to consider a way that we could have more transparency with regard to the applicants, especially when they're corporations.
Yeah.
That's a pretty extreme measure, I noticed, because the form is pretty detailed, and and there's also a town law, and that's a pretty heavy lift that we'd have to, have a form that's associated with a law.
And that's for zoning.
It's part of the zoning code
Zoning
in
code.
town. Yeah, I think it started out as a local law, and then they incorporated it into the zoning
Because
code.
We still have to work on that, because you were on the
Comprehensive plan committee?
Comprehensive Plan
Yes.
Committee,
Yes,
and we still haven't gotten to the part where we're going to,
update the zoning code?
yeah, and
Yes.
it desperately needs it.
I've been meaning to talk to the supervisor about that.
Well, the previous supervisor was trying to get money and grants
Yes,
to do it because it's not cheap.
yes.
So, when they did the code, they set up a committee of planning board members, town board members, zoning board members, and a few concerned citizens that were fairly knowledgeable about the town. And they were meeting on a regular basis, taking section by section to do it. All of a sudden, the supervisor decides he wants to hire somebody from out of town to do it. I come to one of the meetings, because when I own my own business, I could take time off. Come out to one of the meetings, I'm sitting here listening to this guy talk, and I'm like, he's talking about putting cell towers in the valleys. So wait a minute. So Larry Cavazza was the supervisor. I said, can I ask a question? Who in their right mind puts towers in the valley? For any kind of tower. Radio towers, TV towers, everybody, they're trying to find the highest spot where they get the most range.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? I says, and there was other things in the code, and they paid this guy $75,000. And when we got through with the code, I sat on 3 different revision committees for laws, and we revised 3 different laws that were in that code that were so bad. And I'm like, this thing is needed fixed from 2007 when we passed it, 2005. Yeah, 20 years. It wasn't good 20 years ago. It's still not good.
I was
And
about to ask you how long ago, was it 2007?
Well, 2005 or 2007, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, does somebody, how does a guy in Pennsylvania, in the middle of Pennsylvania, know what the town of Plattekill needs? And you paid this guy good money, and you had a committee of the people who live and work in the town, who work with the code, who know what it needs, and you disbanded the committee. That's why I was glad to see they had a comprehensive plan committee of people who lived in the town, And they brought an engineer in, and that went pretty well. But that code needs fixed bad.
Well, getting back to the entity disclosure, I noticed
Yeah.
that some of the other towns have more modest ways of doing it. There's something called a GML 807, I believe it is, where you have to disclose conflicts of interest. That's already in state law.
Is this something we can adopt as a board, or is this something that,
We can make policy that says we require you to disclose it, but I'm pretty sure we asked Pat that question, which is probably what we should do at the next meeting, is the town board's gonna wanna pass a law. But it needs to be maybe something a little more modest, but, cause when you get bigger companies coming in buying up land and they wanna build projects, you kinda wanna know, like with the nursing home, that was a fairly big project, and we knew who was doing it.
yeah, you definitely need to have a POC, somebody going under an LLC with no name.
Yeah, you wanna know who's
yeah,
kinda behind it.
absolutely.
And I get, you have to have the power of the law in place to say, okay, if you're an LLC, we need to know the owners of this LLC. Because not that there will be conflicts of interest in this town, ever, or neighboring towns ever, because it's been going on for years here. And because you always find that stuff out. Rich, did you know so-and-so and so-and-so? Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, Joe. Maybe not that extensive, but it needs to be something that people reveal who really owns the project.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like with the solar farms, those guys come in, build those things, and then they sell them to somebody. So who's behind all of it?
Yeah. The other thing is that if has the board gotten stuck holding the bag for a deadbeat applicant who basically didn't have enough money in their escrow, or has the town got stuck?
We've gotten, not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ended when Judy took office, because the town was getting stuck before that, fixing roads, that applicants would start a project, they'd build a road, they did it over on Petura Road, with Petura Gardens. The developer flew coop, and they put down, we walked the road one day with the highway superintendent and the planning board to learn what you don't do. And they put the base coat down, they put a binder coat down, and they never came in and fixed the road. Never came in and paved it, there was no money in the account. The town ended up footing the bill for it. And at that point, the town made them bond the road. So that if you left town and said, we pull the bond and we'll pay for this.
What about stormwater maintenance agreements as well?
Yeah,
Those-
that's all the town reviews that with their lawyer. Sometimes the town takes care of them, they prefer, I think they would prefer not to. According to the highway superintendent, that's just more work for his crews, that they gotta go out and clean these things out, cause they have 3 of them over at Petura Gardens. Siler Ridge has a couple big ones, and that's a lot of work for those guys, so it should be, the people who own the property should be taxed, because they set up a separate taxation district for these projects, and you're assessed a tax to make sure that maintenance gets done. So,
Yeah, I just thought this kind of transparency and entity disclosure would also help to prevent that kind of thing from happening where the town got stuck.
yeah.
Yeah, I think we should definitely ask Pat about it. next
Yeah,
meeting.
that Pat could review that, maybe, because I'm sure he's dealt with towns in Orange County to do that. The town really hasn't gotten stuck since Petura Gardens, because they're pretty good about making sure that there's money somewhere to pay for this if you don't do it, so.
Okay.
Because what happened at Petura Gardens was, they put up a bond, but it was a timed bond. And the town just let it go and let it go and let it go, and they got a new supervisor, and he didn't realize what was going on, and the bond ran out. And they called the bank, and the bank says, well, if you'd called 2 weeks ago. So that's why the town's pretty protective of making sure we don't get stuck.
Okay.
But this is probably not a bad safeguard.
Absolutely.
Not a bad idea. Good work, Joe.
Okay.
On this correspondence for lands of Chaissen, you stated we're having 3 public hearings next meeting.
Yes.
Theirs expires on April 28th, but with 3 public hearings,
I mean, if we could just
Can
make
we-
a motion to grant their extension, that's all they want.
they want,
Yeah.
okay.
Hold on.
Because they're
Provided a
asking,
letter.
they're
Can I see
asking to
this?
they're asking to be put on the agenda to come back.
They probably just meant that as like if they needed to be here to present their
Right.
case asking us for an extension.
Go ahead, Rich.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this question. How long has this project been going on?
Jason?
Long time.
No, about a year.
Jason?
Yeah.
No, wasn't there a subdivision
Quaker
that was
Street?
approved? Yeah, and then they.
Yeah, this is a sticky, what do they call it, a sticky wicket?
The subdivision already happened. This is the road part, I believe.
Oh.
Yes.
That's where.
Well, then we just grant them an extension and they can come in some other time. Yeah. They don't, yeah, take care of, that's, we don't need to talk
So-
about that now.
I'm going to make a motion that we extend the 6-month extension for Lands Jason.
I'll second that.
So that puts him to what, on the vote?
Aye.
That puts him out to when, Liz? April, May, June, July, August, September, October.
And they can get another one, they get another extension.
Okay.
They won't need it. We're pretty much right there, ready to sign maps. I just need Ernie and Darlene to look something over.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do we want to approve the minutes or do vouchers first?
I'm do anything, I wanna go home. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, the
Vouchers,
minutes,
do the vouchers.
the minutes I think we already went through, didn't we?
I made all the corrections
Oh,
that
that's
you
right.
gave me for both sets.
Uh-huh,
Same with Joe.
okay.
So I already made all those corrections.
So if you made my changes and his changes, I'm okay with approving.
Yeah, I'll make a motion, what,
We have
what-
both sets.
what's the
10th and the
dates?
24th, I think it was.
We have March 10th and March 24th.
I'll make a motion, we approve March 10th and March 24th minutes as amended.
Second,
Aye.
Aye. Wait, that's quick.
on the vote?
Aye.
Aye, say aye.
We all said aye, we're good.
All right, Joe. Vouchers.
Vouchers.
Okay.
I have a voucher in the amount of $35.12 from P&P Quick Copy Center.
That's not on here, so what is that?
That's,
That comes out of our money.
Nope, that comes out of Hudson Valley Flyers.
Hudson Valley Flyers? Okay. They have
Oh, Hudson
escrow?
Valley Flyers.
Okay, I make a motion, we pay $35.12 for P&P, whatever it was?
P&P Quick Copy Center.
P&P Quick Copy Center.
Second.
On the vote?
Aye.
I'm just used to it. Okay.
Joe, when you're done with them all, then I'll take them and sign them.
Okay. I have a voucher in the amount of $355.10 from MHE Engineering for Workshop Storage LLC, New Paltz Rescue Squad.
Okay, I make a motion, we pay MHE Engineering for work on New Paltz Rescue Squad,
The amount of how much?
$355.10.
Second that motion?
You second, I made the motion, you seconded it, on the vote.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right, we'll get used to this.
I have a voucher in the amount
Joe, can
of
you do me a favor?
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you name the company first and then the amount?
the
Because
company
it's
and the
eas-
amount.
Yeah, it's easier for me to look them up and then put it next to their name.
Okay.
Okay.
And when do you want me to tell what it's for? The company and then
Yeah, so you have a voucher for MHE
MHE
for
for-
what company?
the amount?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
For work on, a voucher for MHE Engineering for work on in the amount of.
Yeah, okay, I have
Okay,
a voucher
gotcha.
from MHE Engineering for work on Zelenak in the amount of $303.75.
I make a motion, we pay MHE Engineering for work on Zelenik subdivision on the amount of $303.75.
Second.
On the vote?
Aye. I have a voucher from MHE Engineering for work on Peto's Auto Repair in the amount of $317.55.
I make a motion, we pay MHE Engineering for work on Peter's auto repair in the amount of $317.55.
Aye. Or second.
On the vote?
Aye.
That would be bad, David.
That's okay. We'll get through it, we're all right.
I have a voucher from MHE Engineering for work on this is the Great Pyrenees
Okay.
in the amount of $255.60.
How much?
$255.60.
I make a motion, we pay MHE Engineering for work on the Great Pyrenees Rescue in the amount of $255.60.
Second.
On the vote?
Aye.
How many you got there?
8.
Well,
How many you got?
Yeah, I got another one. Yeah, got it. Coming up.
Okay.
I got a voucher from MHE Engineering for work on Dorego and Bucci storage units in the amount of $63.90.
Yay! I make a motion, we pay MHE Engineering work for work on Dorego and Bucci storage units in the amount of $63.90.
Second.
Vote?
Aye.
Aye.
What is left of their CFA?
They're done, right?
They have a contingent final
what's
approval, but
left,
they're
Dorego?
still being billed, so.
Oh,
Bucci.
Bucci and Drago, they have business, I believe it's stormwater or SWIP business with the town.
Okay,
So that still
I'm
has,
not
that still has to
positive,
be
though,
reviewed.
but they
How
have
much?
business with the town.
okay.
So that's still, when they're done with that, that has still has to go to Pat and be reviewed. So how much money you got left, Joe?
$11,000 and $422.75.
Oh, I got plenty of money.
Very good, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I have a voucher from MHE Engineering for work on the two-lot subdivision on Fosler Road in the amount of $261.15.
They don't have a name on that?
It's Brittany Edwards,
Okay, how much was it?
$261.15.
Okay.
Yeah.
I make a motion, we pay MHE Engineering for work on the two-lot subdivision on Fosler Road in the amount of $261.15.
Second.
Vote?
Aye. I have a voucher from MHE Engineering for work on the Ridge Yard
Okay.
in the amount of $747.75.
I make a motion, we pay MHE Engineering for work on the Ridge Yard project in the amount of $747.75.
Second.
On the vote?
Aye. That is all.
Yay.
Okay, I'll take those.
Darlene, do you want the list with all the?
No, I have,
You have that already?
I am. I'm signing over here where it says department head.
What, do you know what the public hearings are that are coming in next time?
Don't date it.
I believe the Ridge Yard is one of them.
Ridge
good.
Yard,
Good.
TEG, and National Great Pyrenees.
TEG.
Yeah, they're doing a 2-lot.
Oh, I know, I
subdivision.
already talked to the building
Yeah.
inspector.
And then the Great Pyrenees.
Isn't one of the lots, isn't that the stormwater that they had on their original plan?
That was TEG, yeah, they did.
TEG,
submit
here's the
that.
problem with that project, because when I heard about it, because Liz sent me an email, I called because our building inspector had a problem with it, because of how they allowed that drainage thing across the property so it doesn't flood the lady down the road. The problem with that is if that's part of the project, because I stopped there and looked at the project, and there's not a lot of space in between that bank and the Dollar General if you're gonna put something in there.
Right, and that's all their stormwater runoff.
Yeah, the stormwater runoff is behind it, so I don't know, I guess we're gonna find out at the public hearing what they're doing, and how big a project and what they think they can fit in there.
They're gonna
Because
subdivide
it
and sell
doesn't sound
doesn't.
really good to me.
It's just a subdivision. It's just that it's a.
Just a subdivision, you subdivide property for a reason, because you wanna sell the lot off to have somebody build something on it.
I'm know.
You
whether-
you don't do subdivision just because you wanna
But
spend money.
If you subdivide it, it's their stormwater runoff. They can't build on top of it, can they?
No.
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 And there's not,
No.
what,
There's no room.
yeah, what are they gonna build there?
I
mean, it would
don't
have
know,
to be
that's-
between TEG and Dollar General,
They don't build a dock.
and there's no room.
I didn't think that would ever happen, cause it's not, I don't know, we'll have to see at the public hearing, I guess.
See if somebody's gonna ask that question.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody will. Especially for this board.
I know the house behind there, he'll be here, cause he got flooded out again in the last rainstorm.
How is that still happening?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It doesn't, because I went over to Potter's one day. Can somebody make him clean up, please?
That place is horrible.
I love Jimmy. I love Jimmy Pye. He's a great guy,
I know
but
Jimmy since he was a kid, Rich.
just
And
a,
I've had discussions with him too, and I've been on his ass. What I've told him to do, which I tried telling him
sell
to
all
do,
that crap.
but
Scrap
what
money.
I tried to tell him to do years ago, when Charlie Brown was still alive, get him site plan his place in Ardonia. He farts around, Charlie passed away. So I told him again, I said, look, you're gonna have to make a decision, because he wants to get out of there anyway, he's having issues here, which I understand. So I
Because they
said,
raised his rent.
right, but like I said, get an engineer, do what you have to do, and get approval. You put the building up, you talk to DOT to get your ingress egress, he's got the other driveway.
Yeah,
And put your business there, clean that shit up around there.
yeah.
And put
Well, that's what he's gonna have to do there, because everybody, the biggest problem with him is that if you look at this place, well, look where he lives.
I get it, but he's right by the thruway and you can see, but I know.
The problem is that you got those houses along Plattegarden on your road now, to view
That-
his
that
junkyard.
was- Well, I ain't gonna say nothing about that, but it's done already. But anyway.
Yeah, I know how that all went down,
Just
but
like
that's
the
okay.
Just like the two on Tucker's Corners that they put in that slope there, they get a variance.
Yeah.
How they got that, I don't know. They should have given them one instead of two on those two small lots. They gave them 35-foot variances on both sides, really?
Yeah.
You couldn't have made it one lot?
That junkyard over on South Ohioville Road is
Well,
horrible.
Palmetier, I talked to him too, he's got a permit, but I told Jesse, you gotta put screening, trees, some
It's
shit.
horrible.
People are tired of looking at your shit, Jesse.
Yeah. I pass it every day.
Yeah, it's
I
not
know.
hard, plant some trees.
But I said, I've been trying to talk to people in a nice way, Rich. I mean, I don't wanna be,
No,
come down like Thor, but on the other hand, I've been trying to, because I know everybody. So I try to talk nice and say, look, by the way, why don't you do this and this to make the town look a little better and I get less complaints?
let me ask you a question. Has Palmetier ever sold anything out of there?
Probably not. He's probably taken in more than he sold.
Those two poor horses that sit in that,
I know, I don't know if the same horses, but they've been there for like
oh my
20 years.
lord, they sit in that
It's
filth.
like Scrams.
Horrible.
I mean, they still got cars over there, right?
Yeah,
They still got a junkyard permit, right?
yeah.
Well,
But the
those permits are worth a fortune. So,
Well, their problem, they could have sold it to Copart, but they wanted too much. Plus, they got a lot of environmental issues because they drain the oil, drain the antifreeze, drain everything on the
it's in the
ground.
ground, and
If the Copart would have bought them, I mean, they've been buying every place around here.
well, they bought mats over in
And they bought Tronsolino's old place off of Damon. They're
Yeah.
buying they're everywhere.
yeah,
they
and they're
bought
storing
mats
cars
over-
down where Young's Motors used to be.
They what?
They're storing cars down by Young's Motors,
Well,
that
what's
big
his
lot
name owns
behind the
that?
building.
Yeah, but what's his name owns that now? Lee Mazzola.
Lou Mazzola, yeah. Well, he's
But-
not stupid either.
No, but I'm just saying they're buying up all this acreage for cars. It's a big business.
To store the cars in.
Well,
And those
parts
cars
is a
move.
big- Yeah, because who needs this? Who needs that? So
Yeah, you're doing it the right way. It's just if you just put
Look,
some pine trees up and screen it
I've
off.
been trying. Look, like I said, I've been trying to talk to people in a nice way, so that we don't have to get everybody else involved. It's
And
like, look,
people, get all
right,
people
look,
wound up.
Make an effort. You got to show you're making an effort. Okay.
Yeah.
we
Well, I got a license, I can do that. But yeah, but
No, it doesn't
you
work
don't have
that
to be a jerk.
Right.
You don't have to be a jerk.
Absolutely.
Can people be fined for that?
No. Him?
No.
No, there's
Not
not.
really, because
No,
he's
but you know
pre-existing.
what?
Not
You know
really.
what,
Pre-existing.
Marlene? You gotta work with the community, and it's gotta be give and take. You know, you don't want your place to look like a shithole, excuse my language, and make it offensive to other people. You know, you have a right to make a living, but you gotta work with the community.
Right.
And there's gotta be some give and take here. Can't be all one way. And that's the way I look at it.
Well,
Look,
they're old timers, and they figure we've been here.
Jesse's not an old timer. His father was an old timer. Don, he's
Yeah.
gone. He's the younger generation. Yeah, they've been there, but you know, look, I know them like I know everybody else. Come on, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what? So, I mean, he came in here about a month or two ago for something, and I told him straight up, I said, Jess, do something with that mess. You know how many complaints I get in that place, especially everybody lives in a lower. I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
put some trees, some, what do you call it, arborvitae's,
Yeah.
something. Screen it, it looks like shit.
Plant some
I pass it every
fast-growing
day.
pine trees.
Well, that's it, arborvitae's, they got some fast-growing ones that, they grow, I don't know how many feet in a year that'll cover that mess.
It's another one you can see from the thruway. You can see
Well,
that
it's
mess when
Potter's,
you're up
that's,
on the.
that's it.
Yeah,
too.
you go up the thruway.
Right, but he's enough. I told him, Jimmy, clean this shit up. You know, people won't complain so much. Clean the mess up.
Well, and it's not that. It's just, I was in the car business for years, so the cars are just sitting there. That's money sitting there.
I agree.
If you just scrap them, take the converters off them and scrap the cars and take the money.
Go up to Kingston to the scrapyard
yeah,
up there.
they pay more money up there, right?
Yeah, go right up to
Yeah,
Kingston.
and you get some money to work with.
I agree, but you know, we look at it that way. They like Larry Newburgh. He wants to hang on to it forever. Until it rusts into the ground, there's nothing left, the trees are growing through it. What are you gonna do with it then? It's worthless.
Yeah, like the guy down on Bailey's Gap Road up there on the hill.
Oh, Jeff Feehan?
Jeffy. He's
No,
a
I ran
character.
into him. He didn't
Jeff's a
recognize-
good guy. He's a character though.
I ran into he didn't recognize me. I recognized him. It was like McDonald's. This was
He's
like
getting old. He doesn't.
getting old. I think he was old when I knew him.
Yeah, he just never changes though.
No, I know.
He owned property down on Orchard Road.
Yeah, yeah.
Before it went into-
Well, that was another guy. What was his name? Oak.
I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn the meeting so this
Second.
doesn't get on the
Yeah.
notes.
Second.
I forgot the
You
guy.
don't have to include this in the minutes.
Yeah, this
anyway.
doesn't get.
No, I forgot the guy.
I'll second that
He had
motion.
all those
Okay.
cars back there. I forget the guy's name. It almost sounded like it was Oriental. Like